OSM, Johnny was talking about how last time you you beat eekso and now he wants revenge. That's the definition of a grudge match. Yeah, it's the grudge match. No, don't listen to OSM. They hate each other. No friends here. No, but nah, just kidding. They're actually good friends. It was in fact OSM who recommended eekso to play on my stream way back in the day, and eekso had a pretty spectacular debut. This is going to be best of 5. Oh, there's 2 black holes in my face. Oh no. Do I have a hole in my head? Or are you just talking about my nostrils? Probably my nostrils, but yeah, sometimes I get like a hole in my head. My face cam decides that this is green, and it's green screens it out. So, yeah, I imagine it's just a meme up, so we're just gonna ignore that for the time being. OSM looking to continue his impressive run of form. 3 wins in a row, I believe. No, actually more than 3 wins in a row, because he already had a win before he took down Fairy, I believe. What's OSM's record? I'm actually not sure. It's got to be like close to at least 4 or 5 wins in a row in stream. Oh no, it might only be 3. It might only be 3 because he lost to Scrubkilla before, like not long before he took down Fairy Peak. So it might just be a 3-win streak. Fairy Peak, Scrub, and then J Walls just yesterday. But eekso's been looking for this Stro match for a long time, and it's not been possible till today. For various reasons, either I've been away, or OSM's not been online at the right time, or eekso's had a weird sleep schedule. I know eekso's also just been focusing on 3s more recently. He didn't make it into RLRS with his team. He played that with Z9 and Breezy. They failed to qualify. They've had some pretty good results in the run-up to that tournament, though, in things like Gfinity. So they were a team to look out for. They just didn't quite perform on the day. eekso doesn't sleep. You'd think so, because he's always online and he's got like multiple accounts as well. But he sleeps at weird times, from what I've gathered. He doesn't sleep at normal times, that's for sure. OSM tying things up and actually now takes the lead with an impressive flick from kickoff. That's a really brutal kickoff for eekso, though, as he used pretty much all 100 of his boost there and still wasn't able to get a kickoff win. That left him pretty stranded afterwards. You forgot Magu. Yeah, they did have to sub in Magu. Who was it that disconnected? Was it eekso that DC'd in their qualifier? And then they had the heroic substitution of Magu to try and get a win. But they didn't make it in, though. Did they get knocked out in the last game before? Was it the Bricks who knocked them out? Who knocked them out? I've actually forgotten. It's good running away here by OSM. He's going to come out on top here. And he dips in for the demo. Well done. That is the danger of these wave dashes and these jumps and dodges that eekso likes to go for. The second that he'd committed to that wave dash, he's stuck in that line of motion for a wee while, and OSM just slides into him there. Oh, a little bit of lag here on my end. Hopefully that's not server lag. Oh, it might actually be server lag. So it looks like OSM is also on 44-ish ping. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Might be my lag. I'm going to look at my OBS. Okay, it's not OBS. I think I'm just having a bad connection to the server, because my OBS is fine. Okay, now it's server lag. Yeah, looks like there's server lag here for OSM. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, he just saved his own shot. He would have had a goal there. He got the demo on OSM after flicking it past him. We're probably gonna have to remake this this game if the lag continues. This is pretty ridiculous. Are you both getting that? I don't know if they're both getting it or if it's just me. eekso might be fine. Just me on the orange side. That's so strange. Yeah, I had it too, but my net is fine. It's just me and OSM. We both had a bad connection to the server there. But eekso's doing just fine. We're obviously not going to remake this entire game. We would try and reset this score back to what it's at right now. Not enough power on the shot there by OSM. If he had shot that on target, I think eekso had to save. Obviously it was not on target though, so the bar does the job for him. I think OSM had a reasonable run in Gfinity today. I think he knocked out the Baguettes, if I'm not mistaken. OSM and his team in Gfinity. I saw in the bracket at least that they knocked out K-Dot, Fairy Peak and Mout. And of course, K-Dot, Fairy Peak, and Mout have been beating pretty much everybody, at least more than they've been losing to them in Gfinity recently. Alright, so OSM saying it's actually fine now. Did anybody watch that game or that series on K-Dot stream earlier? The OSM versus K-Dot, Fairy Peak, and Mout series. Did anybody watch it on K-Dot stream? K-Dot streamed it. I know that K-Dot's got a lot of French viewers, so we don't have as much crossover. Myself and K-Dot, that is, don't have as much crossover as, you know, myself and various other Rocket League streams. Thanks 100 bits. Sweaty your trash. Sub for a while, but lost your account. Here's to new beginnings. Hey, that's totally all right, man. Don't worry about losing your sub streak. Thanks for the brand new sub and the new account. Do we have a prize pool? No, we do not. We do not have a prize pool. OSM would be running away with it if we did. He is definitely the man to beat right now. Well, Fairy Peak continues to figure out his own struggles, and Scrub Killer also. They're struggling in 3v3 at the moment with Vitality. At least in tournaments they are. I've been hearing good things about their own, you know, private practice. They've been having lots of success in scrims, but in RLCS, of course, they got upset by Mouse Sports the other day. So Fairy Peak and Scrub both had to look at themselves, look at their team, compassionately with them, and think, okay, what are we doing wrong here? And they even led to Fairy Peak switch into the Octane today, which I'm very excited about because I'm a big fan of Fairy Peak's Octane play. And I'm curious to see if that's going to be a long-term thing. We've all seen him do it before. Nice aerial from eekso here off the ceiling. Beautiful placement there as he air rolls round the ball to just tap it lightly over the top of OSM and into the net. Love your analytical skills, more to guys player playoffs. You're not actually too good at this game. It keeps you somewhat relevant and advice on a small scale. No, I don't really understand what you mean at the end of that sentence, but thanks for the I assume kind words. If you're throwing shade, that's also fine. I appreciate that too. Oh, okay. Gearbox throwing 15 pounds into the prize pool. There's no sounds for any of the donations today, so apologies for that. There's no sounds for pretty much anything. We've had this issue a couple of times recently where the Twitch alerts just refuse to make sounds for some reason. But yeah, we do. What month is this? This is, yeah, September. Yes, I did have to think about that. Not easy to remember what month it is when you don't know what day it is. Let's see if I can get this prize pool visible before we start game 2. Don't want to waste too much time between games. Okay, maybe it should become visible in a second. Where is it? Huh. Got to save this replay really quick because if like there's an auto ready up. I didn't ready up here, but it just automatically readies up for me. Just get Streamlabs OBS already. Oh, there we go. There's prize pool. If you want to if you want to donate to the prize pool, just use the donate button below the stream. If you want to donate to me, then please don't donate using the donate button. Just cheer using Twitch's built-in cheering system. Just so I don't have to get confused here. Oh, I forgot to change the scoreline here. OSM 1-0. Has he taken game 1 in all of his recent matches? He took game 1 against Fairy Peak, I know that for a fact. I believe he also did take game 1 against Scrub recently, and against J-Walls yesterday. And now he's taking game 1 against eekso, so he's looking very, very good. That should be a tap in for eekso though. No boost needed. And 1-0 for the challenger. The man looking for revenge. The man looking to take down the in-form player at the moment. He learned to change series count immediately after the game. Well, aren't you just a clever cookie? Wow, why have I never thought of that before? Why have I never just changed the series score immediately after the game? Where do you get these good ideas? I was trying to focus on saving the replay, you see, because saving the replay is pretty hard these days. If both the players ready up, the game just starts, or starts game 2. But yes, observe, ladies and gentlemen, the advantage of the side flip flick over other flicks. and that is that while you are recovering, you are free to continue boosting throughout the entire duration of the flip, and you can accelerate that little bit faster. eekso still preferring the forward motion into his flicks. Not as much of a user of the reverse 45-degree flick as other 1v1 players. This is actually pretty smart by OSM. He didn't have enough boost to turn this ball around and get a quick shot on eekso's net, so he's going to just play the long game. Not fast enough to react to eekso's early challenge, though. That's why we do see him just coming out with possession and a long shot instead of a goal. He could have, I think, scored there if he reacted a bit faster. Oh, wait a minute. Where's eekso just gone? I believe he might have faked himself here. Let's see this one from eekso's perspective. You know, there was an element of a mind game there from OSM, but eekso was nowhere near the ball. You've got to do better than that if you're eekso. Cheeky little wave dash there from OSM, and what a recovery that was! Joint to the rescue for eekso, who must have been surprised by the speed of OSM's recovery in that occasion. But eekso has the boost advantage now, and he uses it well. What a goal at the other end. Great plays by both players here. The OSM almost converted incredibly quickly after kickoff. A cheeky little ball chase with a wave dash thrown in, just for some extra speed. Of course, with the crossbar coming to the rescue for eekso, it was an open net to the other end. Wave dash from eekso this time. OSM standing strong in defense, and another demolish from OSM. And that's a good crossover. He's got eekso completely wrong-footed here, and the easy flick over the top. It's just one of the options that OSM had here. This is so smart. He waited to see which side eekso's going to spawn on, and then he just wrong-foots him. This disables eekso from shadowing. eekso couldn't put himself between OSM and the ball and match his movement. He needed to dive in. That's exactly what OSM wanted. Still, though, this 2-goal gap keeps opening up again and again. eekso's got to be happy about that. I want to show this goal again. Is this goal explosion? Is it? Oh, there it is. Is that the purple goal explosion? Because I really like the look of that. I've got to say, that looks so much better than a lot of the other ones. Is it just the standard one, or is it the purple? I think it might be the purple one. I hope it is. JCC Bergen, thanks for the tier 1. I appreciate that. Sweaty your trash, thanks for 100 bits. No, I promise I've not tied up Brian. It's just a bug. He's just not speaking today for some reason. He's been in a bad mood. That's not painted, really. That's just the non-painted version, and it looks incredible. That's a mistake by Psionics. Nobody's going to want to buy Rocket Pass levels like me if their standard goal explosion looks as good as that. I'm drinking the Rocket League pitch. Yeah, the bottle is either clear or green. The lid is green and the bottle is clear. So, yeah, probably just a huge see-through capsule. That's what we've got going on here. I want you guys to pay attention to what OSM is doing here. It's something that you'll see from him in a lot of his games, especially recently. And that is when he is losing, he is not panicking at all. He's down by 2 here, but he knows that with the time that's remaining on the clock, he's going to get chances. Just like this one. Fantastic angle on the airball shot from the left-hand side of the field. But that's not something that can be said for all players in a 1v1 situation. As many players will go down by 1 or 2 goals, 3 goals, and suddenly their playstyle just changes drastically really early on into the game before they're in the final minutes, where you know you have to change your playstyle if you're 3 down in the final minutes. But OSM knows there's plenty of time here. Just biding his time, needs to make sure not to lose another goal, and eventually take his opportunity when it comes. eekso on the landing, pops it over to OSM. That's beautiful. Can he score? Yes, he can. 5-3. OSM a little bit slow to react to the play here from eekso. It was a gorgeous pop over the top, though. No denying that. Smooshy, thanks for 400 bits. Was that the promotion for 100 bits? If it was, then thanks for watching that promotion for me. Very, very kind of you. This time eekso showing OSM a little bit of his own medicine there. That's the OSM special, just diving in from the blind spot for the demo. Been doing that really well in his recent matches also. Tries it this time, but eekso avoids him. eekso not able to convert, and it's going to be OSM who comes out of this extended back and forth, a bit of an awkward back and forth. And 1 goal gap yet again. It's been 1 goal, 2 goal, 1 goal, 2 goal, back to 1 goal. Is this a rematch? Yes. This is not the first time these guys played ones. eekso says, Johnny, can you tell that I don't play ones a lot now? Nah, eekso, this is just looking like standard eekso, to be honest. Nothing to see here. Oh, wow. The accidental flick is back. OSM almost getting a goal thanks to it. So, not much boost, but enough to get a good clear. Now we might see a change of gear from OSM as the final 40 seconds approaches. Still playing patiently in defense though. He doesn't want to dive in. Trips up eekso. eekso reverses on the landing to stay with it. That's actually a really cheeky demo by eekso. He should be able to make it the 2-goal lead again. He actually gets his shot saved though. Mistake by eekso to allow OSM this lifeline, this second wind. Now it's OSM who's piling on the pressure in the final seconds. eekso has let his net stay open. There is the tie game. And eekso is going to regret passing up the opportunity to make it 6-4. Fantastic transition from OSM off the wall, onto the floor, into the box, into the goal. And I think eekso was trying to be cheeky there. Just throw himself into a challenge. It might not be over just yet, guys. OSM has options here. He's going to no-flip, reset. But he did have the dodge. The time was, I think, below 1.5 seconds between his takeoff and arrival at the ball, but he decided not to go for the jump. eekso's got OSM in an awkward spot here, and OSM does have to go up. It's a nice little touch there by eekso. Without that, OSM would have had a strong boost advantage and possession play. eekso not able to get the power on his flick this time though. That's a rare sight. Usually one of his strong points. Oh no, eekso gets the interception, but it's just a fantastic own goal. Oh no, that is pretty unfortunate. Looking at it from eekso's perspective though, you gotta say it's a little bit cheeky to be going in from that angle. And own goals do happen when you try and sneak the ball in front of your opponent as you're exiting their corner. I've seen that so many times, especially in 3v3 and 2v2. A player will try and center the ball as the defender's coming in to clear it, and you get that horrible pinch that just flies across the map into the goal. Alright, eekso's got a challenge now. This is the same setup as last time they played on my stream in a best of 5. OSM took 2 games. I think they were a bit more comfortable wins back then, especially looking at that game 2 win. And then eekso actually came back to make it a 5-game series, lost game 5 though. So he's got to dig deep now. He's got to repeat that process. And then of course, he'll want to go one better today. He's got to be quick if he wants to make the double touch happen. He's not quick enough. As OSM was up in the back wall. eekso knew he needed to move that ball quickly. Series score. Oh yeah, thanks guys. I'm a bit forgetful for that without these days, because the saving replays throw me off. I'm so focused on trying to save the replay. Oh, I just realized, Fo Super, thanks for donating $50 to the prize pool. Wow, that is very kind of you. We've got a good bit of money now for these guys to play for. OSM will be very, very happy about that, considering what's happening at the moment. Do we have a default camera glitch for OSM? Is this glitch back? I've not seen the default camera glitch in ages. But here it is. Hiroshi, thanks for gifting a sub to Toxic Waste 7095. Welcome, Toxic Waste. And G69 Ritzo, thanks for the Prime sub. Tatino's Zarols, thanks for the Prime sub also. I probably said your name wrong, but I appreciate you being here. I hope you're enjoying the OSM victories today. Has that own goal put eekso over the edge? Is that all OSM needed to bury this series in 3? Continue his very impressive run of form. It's all going well for OSM right now in the 1v1 world. Taking down Scrubkilla, taking down Fairy Peak. He's got rank 1 in the leaderboard. Like, he's just enjoying himself right now. And why wouldn't you in this position? Now, who is it going to be? Who's going to be the man to stop him and knock down his winning streak? And take the... I don't know who the lineal, like, 1v1 champion is. The lineal like, Titan. You know, Scrubkilla is the one who won 12 Titans. And I don't know who the next person to beat him was after that. So we could even have like a lineal champion, you know, the person who beat the person who beat the person who beat Scrub after Scrub won 12 Titans year 2. Who is it? Somebody go figure it out, because I didn't do that. I've only thought of this idea right now. It might be OSM. It might well be. Because I think if it wasn't OSM, no, Fairy Peak was probably the first person to beat Scrub after Scrub won 12 Titans, and then OSM was the first person to beat Fairy Peak after that. So I think OSM might be the lineal champion. Oh, there's a couple of goals that I clipped, by the way. I think one of them's the own goal by eekso. And one of them might be the... No, wait, why is it called goal 4 by eekso if it was actually OSM's credit? Yeah, you'll have to check that out, guys. Yeah, no, 12 Titans year 1 was the first like really big 1v1 tournament. So it'd be interesting to go and like check who the lineal champion from that tournament is. Like, who is the person who beat the person who beat the person who beat Scrub? And is it just OSM because he's the last person to beat Fairy? It might be that simple. What a flick by eekso. Mixing it up a little bit here, and a really, really smart approach. I love this. So last time OSM checked, sees eekso coming in from the left, but eekso's crossed over to the right and then backflips it to the left side of the goal again. If you try and imagine what that situation would have looked like if he'd just gone straight down the left-hand side of the field, I don't think he would have had as clean of an opening in the goal. Just the majority of the time that you can zigzag your approach in once, you throw the goalie off a little bit, and it's much, much harder for them to get the save. You see it right there. We saw it earlier as well with OSM. Seeing which side of the pitch eekso's spawning on after getting demoed, and he takes the ball over to the other side, eliminating the possibility to challenge, or to shadow rather. I think that was just a failed bump attempt from OSM. He was trying to drive forward and get a bump onto eekso. eekso saw it coming. However, OSM's the one who's spotted the incoming opponent this time. eekso looking at the ball chase here. OSM is already flicking. That's a hard read on eekso's play. And we're all tied up yet again. Spam this creep for the reverse sweep. You guys do love your rhymes these days. I don't blame you. I could definitely get behind this. Yeah, I can still see every donation and sub. There's no sounds, but I can still see them on my alerts box after. OSM, no way! Wow, what a save by OSM. eekso just let the ball do the work there. It was already on target. On track for the slowest goal that we've seen on stream for a long time. OSM with almost no boost keeps it out. It may have well been 0 boost. I wasn't paying attention to his boost total. I was just looking at the ball thinking, is this actually in? Oh my goodness, it is in. eekso looking for the mind game in the near post. Trips up OSM on his landing. Intentional or not, it's worked out wonderfully. 1 goal lead for eekso yet again. Yeah, OSM just going a little bit too high on that challenge, and he bounces off the top of the ball as eekso forces it underneath him. So it was actually no luck at all there. That was just a slight misplay by OSM. Forced error though, no doubt about that. eekso is playing tricks on him at the near post. Not the best save here by OSM. You can call this a forced error most of the time, but a player like OSM, you would expect to get this ball much, much more clear of danger than he did that time. A UK crowd changed the game. Yeah, UK crowd was coming up with a lot of really, really fun chants at RLCS Season 5. I'm hoping that the American crowd for RLCS Season 6 in Las Vegas is ready to, you know, give it their best shot and get stuck in. I know that there will probably be a presence, like a strong presence of Europeans there, despite the fact that it's in Las Vegas. The early announcement, I reckon, will be enough to get a good amount of Europeans over there, and a good amount of UK folk over there, who will be willing, I'm sure, to get chanting, get loud, and start, you know, hyping up the audience. I've not actually seen the theatre myself, but I've heard that the layout is going to be pretty similar to RLCS Season 5, with the players on a stage in the middle, and then people all around the edges spectating. Nice dodge here by OSM, look at that. With no boost, he knew he had to dodge early to get that speed boost as fast as possible, or else he would have missed this. Would not have been able to arrive at the ball in time to put it on target. Shadow6644, thanks for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Yeah, we had a couple of accusations for RLCS Season 5. There's a lot of people tweeting at me asking if RLCS had hired my scriptwriter. Because you got to remember, most RLCS Grand Finals are pretty... Like, I think Season 2 was entertaining, but it was one-sided. It was only... I think Season 3 was pretty decent, but the crowd were not at all into it because it was two European teams in an American area. So... yeah, the crowd really didn't get into Season 3 that much at all, but yeah, Season 5 was by far the most scripted RLCS Grand Final, and it was certainly a script worthy of my stream. No doubt about that. Nah, it's just a stage at the front and seating around. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, the Copper Box layout was more suited to Rocket League, I think. It was just really good. So how many people are believing in the comeback for eekso? He's done the first step. And you can call that a little step as well. He saves the kickoff goal. Attempt from OSM. Still being very cheeky with his wave dashes, isn't eekso? He needs to be careful though, because OSM's got all the boosts and he doesn't need to wave dash. And 1-0 for OSM will be the opening score for Game 4. Harles the Ninja, thanks for the 4 months Twitch Prime. Welcome back. I appreciate that. You know it isn't scripted, but sometimes it looks like it. Oh yeah, listen. I've obviously casted way more series than RLCS LAN has, and I get to, since everything that I do is technically an invitational, like I always choose, like, okay, or you know, I'll try and match up players with players who I think are going to be a good match for them. That means that you're more likely to get a close series on my stream than in RLCS, unless, you know, we're debuting a new player, then it might be a blowout, or somebody's having a bad day. It's not guaranteed to be a good series, but RLCS you get a lot of one-sided matches. Less so these days, which is good. The regions are starting to become a bit more even, but for a while there was always like, you know, 3 or 4 just whipping boys at RLCS who are just not going to beat the eventual winner, not even take a game off them. So you're never going to get a scripted series out of that. The potential for scripted series would be just maybe the top 3 teams playing against each other, and even they might, like, you know, Season 4, just complexity get 4-0'd by Dignitas, or it was Gale Force at the time. So that's why we've had more scripted series on my stream, is because I always invite who's going to play, and I've become decent at like knowing who's going to be a good match for another play. That's actually gone in, OSM. No way. The pinch from his own half. I think it came off eekso's card as well, and it bounces in off the corner wall. Poor eekso. There was not even a chance for him to save that. That is a disaster. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. OSM was wise to go for the pinch clear. I'll give him that. It was a really smart move to pressure eekso and relieve a lot of pressure on himself here. The goals are just getting better and better though. It's a fantastic dish maneuver by eekso. It doesn't get much better than that. Very early execution on the near post. Top corner as well. And he's starting to come back yet again. Remember, he had to come back just a couple of goals, but still a comeback in his last game. And how about that? I say the goals keep getting better. eekso's done it again. Jumps off the ceiling and lands to pop it straight underneath the crossbar. Over the top of OSM as well. He was just lost for what to do. He doesn't know when to challenge that one, and I don't blame him. eekso is straight styling right now. Really does have some of the best mechanics when he's on form, and he might take this to a game 5 like last time. I hope he can keep up this, at least if he can keep up this form until the end of this series. I'm sure we'll all be pretty happy regardless of the outcome. That's a quick turnaround by OSM though. Fantastic catch. 4-2 OSM. Lots of time left. Just a perfect first touch there by OSM. Clinical. Quick and clinical. And he's not, I don't think he's missed any open nets this series, so there's been more consistency in offense from OSM this day than versus, oh, for goodness sake, OSM. That wasn't even on target. Yeah, OSM's been really clinical with his shooting today. He's doing a lot better than he did against J-Walls or Scrub Killer. Look at that for a redirect. The team plays from eekso and OSM have never been better. 3 minutes left, and the goals are just clanging in from all angles. To Wumbo, thanks for the 26-month resub. Wow. That is a long time, mate. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I think I might still be all the months, in fact. 26 is the maximum, right? We've only had a sub button for like just over 2 years. Or are you guys spamming? Not a real Grand Champ player with hundreds of followers and donations to date. Doesn't have Pringles cans an hour. Made you believe in my life. Nothing can true success. You've been alive. It's right night. Yeah, it's attention. Oh, for your sake. Really, guys? More incredible team play as well. While I'm just reading this. It is the maximum. I thought so. I thought so. Yeah, guys, I've read the spam. You can stop spamming it. I've read it already. OSM is just playing so well in facilitating eekso's success right now. It's wonderful to see. Such a great team play from these rivals. eekso looking for the flip reset from very close range. He's on the wrong side of the ball though. The option was gone. I would have loved to see that work. That was a catch on the ceiling. And then a flip reset attempt. Nice save at the near post by eekso. He can't trip up OSM more than forcing him into the boost though. And it'll be OSM who continues to attack. These guys are not afraid of taking this one up high to the ceiling today. Not in the slightest. And it's because of these recoveries when it doesn't all go well. That's why we're seeing more and more ceiling play in 1v1. It's not risky like it used to be because players are so good at identifying when the shot is no longer possible and then adapting into just a possession play. As we saw there from OSM, just dribbling the ball right across the front of eekso's goal and then taking the boost to the far side and keeping control of the ball at the end of the day. Obviously, he wasn't planning to do that when he went up. He's thinking ceiling shot. Let's maybe put a shot on target. Maybe we'll get eekso to pre-jump and put it past him and then score an open net. But when it doesn't go right, when the first touch isn't all it was supposed to be, he just plays possession. Really, really smart play. We saw the same thing from eekso before when he was just avoiding, getting scored on when he didn't get on the right side of the ball looking for the flip reset. Just decides not to flip into the ball. Starts recovering as fast as he can. I've been saying this for a long time now, but 1v1 is probably the playlist that you're going to have the most success with your ceiling shots in the sense that when you go for one, you're probably going to score it the highest percentage of the time in 1v1. In 2v2 and 3s, you got to get it past multiple defenders. It's not as likely to succeed. It might be just as likely to result in a goal for your team in the long run, but actually scoring with a ceiling shot, 1v1 is the place to do it. Good dodge there by OSM on the demolish attempt. A quick turnaround to, again, shut down eekso's ball chasing. It's 49 seconds for eekso. And he does go for the long shot, which is miles off target. Bounce is not nice for OSM, though. And eekso makes contact. The ball's on the goal line. Down comes OSM to clear the danger. Had that been on target, it would have been masterful for eekso. Just letting the ball do the work again. Going for the bump. Committing to it very early. But OSM can shut down all the hope with a solid challenge here. It's actually eekso that comes out on top. And he does have a shot on target. I believe it's crossbar. No, it's going to go in. I thought it was going to go crossbar and down. But it's eekso who comes out on top. Look at the recovery though by OSM. It's things like that that make these ceiling plays so viable and these off-the-wall plays so realistic these days. And that wasn't even a good recovery by OSM initially. He didn't recover well mid-air to get a solid challenge on the ball. He needed to do all the work after the fact. So that OSM could seal this. It's 5-all. Crossbar. Saves eekso yet again. And it's a really, really smart play by eekso actually to play that one early. He needs to get back to his goal though, and he knows that. OSM with the pop. eekso wisely spots the opening on the ground, and he'll take overtime at this point. He knew OSM was lurking, trying to pick up the crumbs. Is that going straight down? eekso in overtime reads the back wall, and OSM gets punished for this kickoff that he's tried to go for one too many times this series. What a read by eekso. We are going to game 5. And, I said last time they played on stream in a best of 5, this is exactly what happened. OSM went 2-0 up, and only then eekso started playing as well as we know he can. All he needed to do that game was shut down OSM's offense. There were plenty of opportunities on open nets, and OSM's got to maybe go back to what he was doing earlier, start to sit in goal a bit more. Not throwing all these challenges, and on the ball, try and play for consistent pressure. try and starve eekso out before going for the shot. So we all know how good eekso is in net. You should see the respect there from OSM, going for nothing short of a bar down boomer flick, or else he knows eekso's probably got the save. eekso actually passing it out to OSM here. OSM not able to hit the rebound. eekso again has an open net. It's taking too long. And good interference by OSM as he recovers back into his own half. This is a dangerous position now for eekso. He needs to get back into his own half, and quick, and he does. Stop the open net counter from OSM. And this is more of what I would expect from OSM. He's starting to control the ball around the field. He doesn't want to go for anything risky on the first attempt. But honestly, what's come out of this offensive play is a little bit underwhelming by both players. Long shots, but not threatening long shots. They both know they can do better than this. The panic might be kicking in for OSM as he dribbles it straight into eekso. That's 2 offensive possessions for OSM, and neither one of them look too threatening. eekso, perfect timing on the boost pickup. That was on respawn. OSM goes low, and he takes the first goal of the game. eekso tried to make himself as big as possible here, but he just goes a little bit too high. OSM underneath him. It felt like a long 1 minute and 17 seconds there. I don't expect to see, you know, 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the clock when I look up there. I'm expecting maybe 3 minutes max, but it really was a long drawn out possession exchange from these 2 players. eekso starving boost all the way down the side of the field. OSM decides to make a run back home. Is this going to be a mistake? So little ball pressure on eekso. He's got the whole pitch to dribble, and he's got OSM in an awkward spot because of that. Second flick is going to be harder to save, but eekso fails to make contact. Of course, if eekso had just flicked that top corner, I don't think there was any chance for OSM to get the save. You see now eekso also a little bit more tentative, not going up that sidewall like he would have maybe earlier in the series. Both these guys are staying very grounded in last game, and OSM's ripped a long shot. Is it on target? Yes, it is! 2-0 OSM, and it is exactly that playstyle I talked about. Just sit back, wait for the opening, and don't miss your shots. eekso, by the way, just typing in chat just before this, saying you deserve appreciation for real though. You've come up big, like from a C1 to the next big thing. Chat, give this man some love. So really kind words here from eekso to OSM. Don't know if all of you are aware of the funniest story I've heard about OSM is that he got into Rocket League as a John Sandman fan, and that's not the funny part. Like the funny part is yet to come. And I think he managed to get into a game 1v1ing John Sandman, like in season 3 or 4 or something like that, I think it was. And John Sandman clapped him. Like OSM got destroyed by John Sandman, and like a season which, you know, happened recent enough that you would expect a player as good as OSM to at least be a grand champion. But no, he was still trying to improve back then. And no more than 2 seasons after losing to John Sandman, he went from you know, getting clapped in a 1v1 by a YouTuber, which is, you know, just as bad as losing to me, to, you know, getting rank 1 in ones legitimately. So he really did get a super fast improvement, really quick. So eekso getting a hard read. They're talking about OSM's kickoff in the chat right now. That's why I left the replay to play through there, so they can just chat a little bit. They seem to want to talk about this. OSM saying he's not going to go for that kickoff again because it's been countered by eekso really hard a couple of times now, with eekso just getting straight goals on the rebound. I would not be surprised though if that's a little bit of a mind game by OSM, so keep an eye out for that, especially on the diagonal spawn. If he goes for more of those, oh, you've got to be kidding me, he's done it again. OSM with their own goal. What is this series? This is unreal. eekso flicks it off target, and then OSM rebounds it from an impossible angle with an early dodge. I honestly don't know what I'm seeing here. I've F1'd that, so it should pop up in the chat in a minute from GIF Your Game if you want to watch that again. It might be eekso's POV, I'm not sure how it's going to work. Just unbelievable stuff though in the own goal department. Greedy eekso though. Where are you going, eekso? What is this? Oh dear. Going for the corner boost. He doesn't even pick it up, and it wouldn't have mattered if he did. He was way too far away from the ball there. OSM with another really strong kickoff. eekso shouldn't be going for boost here, I think. It's a wide open top corner. OSM took his time though to shoot it. And eekso's off the hook this time. Quick turnaround for OSM. Might be looking for the bump. And he does get it. I think he made contact, but eekso also plowed right through him and managed to save the ball, which I believe was on target. And eekso needs a goal desperately if he wants to take this one into overtime, or at least get the game tied up. And there it is. It's reminiscent of that quick turnaround goal that OSM got earlier in the series. Weak clear from OSM. eekso able to get the ball under control with one touch and fire it directly onto the goal with the second. Wappy, thanks to the Prime sub. Pentagram, thanks to the 20 quid to the prize pool. I appreciate that. G69, thanks for 500 bits. This is better than Netflix. Yeah, Netflix is pretty, you know, pretty overrated, I would say. I mean, there's a reason why everybody just eventually stops watching Netflix and gets involved in more frivolous activities. That's where the phrase comes from, because Netflix is just so dead. OSM has been on point with his open net shots this game, and you know, it's not something that we would ever expect him to miss, this kind of shot. That's not why I'm bringing this up. It's just that he has been struggling with his open net shots recently, both against J-Walls and Scrubkiller. There's been open net shots just like that being missed by a fair margin, but today he's really been on point with them, keeping eekso under a ton of pressure. eekso has to do the same back to him, and he's going to just slot it in safe and sound, no dodge required, just steers it home. And a risky challenge there by OSM. I think that eekso had a safer challenge when he conceded his 5th goal than the one we just saw from OSM, so that's a deserved equalizer, I'd say, from eekso. OSM barreling into eekso's corner there. We are completely scripted now. 5-all, game 5. OSM, tight angle open net again, and he puts it in. eekso trying to be too cheeky from close range. He wanted so badly for OSM to just drive way back into his goal there. Shadow him all the way into close range. And then I would definitely expect a boomer flick from close range. What has eekso got in store? He looks for the pinch as he comes down from the ceiling shot this time. OSM forcing eekso up high. This is awkward for eekso. He's done very well though to keep this under control. Might have waited a little bit too long though. Indeed he has. OSM up by 2. And the nice shot from eekso, I think, is referring to this touch more than anything. As OSM could have been punished hard for that backwards challenge. But eekso just waited a little bit too long. Again, not able to read OSM as the game comes to a close here. And it's looking like a repeat of their last meeting. eekso took a little bit too long to get started. And another great recovery by OSM. Make that 2. Will secure this series. And he's continuing an incredible run of form. Taking down another one of Europe's top tier 1v1 players in eekso. OSM's backwards challenges are amazing. Sometimes, yeah, it's a really difficult thing to get down. But what a series that was. That was really good stuff from these guys. Total prize pool coming out to £76. Let me check what that is in dollars. All right, it's $99. We'll call it an even 100, shall we? Call it an even 100 for OSM over eekso. What a series! The scripted series just keep on coming, and I'm not going to complain. I am not going to complain.